Hi guys, good morning. Oh my goodness, I'm a ghost. How are we doing? Come and jump on, come and say hello while I just sort out, how airbrushed I am. How about that? Let's go for that, that'll do. Maybe I need actually a little bit of, I've only got a natural light, big window kind of coming in towards me. So just bear with my light. Let me know how you are doing. Come and jump on, come and say hello. It's about 5 minutes past the time that I was going to start my live, and this just seems to be the regular thing that I do. It doesn't really even matter what's going on. My internet froze, so I had to just restart my phone there a second. But also someone called me 5 minutes before my live to talk about joining my Zumba class, which is all fab things. And just stuff happens, and I'm always 5 minutes later, which is kind of the story of my life. Anyone that actually knows me that well will know that I'm never that good with staying on time, so I do apologise. But yes, come and jump on and come and say hello. I have to say, the only time that I'm really good at being on time is for my job, is for the classes that I teach. Other than that, no chance. So sorry, it's such a bad trait to have. Yeah, so come and jump on, come and say hello, let me know what you are up to. Today we're going to be talking about five simple stretches that are for stress relief. Something that I feel really passionate about. It's all about kind of your backache, where everything is connected, and it's something that I see so many people suffer with. So I'm so happy to be giving this live today. So just come and say hello, whether you're watching live. If you are watching it live, just say hi, give me a little wave, or give me a little thumbs up across the screen so I know that you're here and you're present. Same if you're watching it on get my words out today. Same if you're watching it on replay, just give me a little thumbs up, let me know that you're here and you're present. And also if you can just put replay in the comments so that I know that you are listening, because sometimes it's just nice to know who's listening, really, more than anything. So while you jump on, I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction about me. I'm going to try and stop moving so much because it just makes my face go white. Woo! Okay, don't go that way. So yeah, I'm just going to try and stay still, which is a really hard thing for me to do. Let me introduce myself then. So I'm Katrina, I'm the head of K-Fit, and at K-Fit what we really stand for is getting people up and active, working an active lifestyle, finding exercises that work well for them, and also more recently working into the nutritional side of it as well. I really want to get people working in kind of the whole implementation of being healthy and happy in your lifestyle, and we're trying to do this no matter where you are. So we're trying to, if you're not just local to us, you can do it online with us as well. And no matter how busy you are, the busy thing really gets to me, that as soon as we're busy, our health is compromised, and that's something that I want to change, and I'm standing for that. That's what we stand for at K-Fit, and if you want a little bit of that, then just come and see what we're about. But even just being here today, I hope that I can help you. And of course, this is just something that I'm throwing in there. You don't have to pay for anything. You can just take these stretches and just be on your way, whatever is going to work for you. So as I said, we're going to go through 5 simple stretches for stress relief, and just let me know as we go what's kind of working for you, and if there's anywhere in particular that you have aches and pains, particularly if this is live, and I will try and assess them right now, but also if you are watching it on replay and you think, okay, these stretches are good, but I've got somewhere particular that I'm also feeling really achy, then tell me, and maybe I'll just pop that in another video for you. I'm very happy to help. The whole reason I'm doing this video is because a lovely lady in my K-Fit club called Caroline one day just said, I'm really feeling it in my neck, is there anything you can help me with? And I jumped straight on, gave her a little live video, do these stretches, there you go. And it just kind of gave me the idea that actually I can extend that further and help more people. So yes, Caroline, if you're watching, you're my inspiration. So before we get going, what I always ask, always have, always will, is that if you can, please hit the share button. What I'm going to talk you through today is some really important stretches that particularly people feel these areas of tension when they're stressed. It's something that so many people can benefit from. It takes absolutely nothing for you to do. You just hit that little share button, costs you nothing, takes 2 seconds, and it really helps me. Not only does it help me get my name out there, but also it just helps so many other people find that stress relief, and I think that's really important, particularly for today's session. So let's go into it then. I've done all my jargon, I've introduced myself, I'm here, I'm ready and raring to go, and you're probably thinking just get on with it and do those stretches. By the way, if that is what you're thinking, send me a little love heart across the screen, or just write it, come on Kat, I want to see those stretches. So this is something that I always ask at the start of our Pilates class. I always just ask kind of how we are, get to know what's the feeling is in the room. Sometimes people are really tired and stressed. Sometimes people are quite lively. And then I ask, where are we really feeling it? Where are we feeling we need a bit more of a stretch? And I can tell you almost as a general standard rule, I get people to point and tell me. I get here, neck and shoulders, people point here, and then I also get lower back. People are always telling me that they're feeling it in their lower back, and that's just something that it seems to be real areas that we hold a lot of our tension. I know for myself, my posture, I have to work loads on my posture. It's kind of how I came into Pilates, so I do feel it a lot in my lower back. I've got hypolordosis, if any of you know what that is, but it's a big arch and curvature in your lower back. There's quite a few different postural traits that you can find out there, so if you have a little look of them up, you might find that there's something that's similar to how you hold yourself. And then also what people have quite a lot, particularly if you have a desk job, is if you're lifting up here and your shoulders are tense, you put tension into your shoulders but also right the way up into your neck and into the back of your head, which is another thing that I experienced quite greatly last year. I love all the work that I do. I probably overdid it a little bit, particularly in the launch to my first course, Hit It Home, and I had to go to the doctors because I just had the most excruciating pain coming into the back of my neck, and it was making me dizzy, headaches, all sorts, and they said it's because you're stressed, and they said that it's all of the stretches that I need to do. So I just basically needed to practice what I was preaching, which to go to a doctor and then for them to tell me, that's almost a little bit embarrassing when I tell them what I do. So those are the areas that we're going to focus on today, and it's just to help you look after your back really and look after yourself. They're so simple, really simple, and I hope I can help you with this. Now just quickly before we do it, I'm just going to give you a little whistle stop tour of your breathing, because these are stretches that I implement into Pilates, and the Pilates is all about the breathing. I do a whole video on this, so actually I'll put the YouTube link in the comments once I've finished so you can have a look at it kind of in a bit more depth, but I know that I can ramble a lot, so I'm not going to do the whole thing now. But the whole idea is, just in a little kind of debrief of it all, is that you need to breathe out as you work into your stretch. So any kind of active stretch that we do, you kind of breathe in as you prepare, and then you breathe out as you work into that stretch. And I'll talk through that as we go into our stretches. Sometimes if it's a stretch and hold, obviously you can't just hold your breath through that, particularly thinking about that you never hold your breath in your stretch. You just take long breaths through a static stretch, and if it's a movement stretch, then we breathe out on the actual stretch, and you breathe in as you prepare it. So I hope that helps. It also really helps you relax into your stretch, which is really nice. So here they are. I've kept you waiting long enough. So don't just watch me, join in at home and see if these help. They're super simple. Just as we go through, I'm going to have to move my camera and stuff so that you can see me properly, but hopefully that won't disturb us too much. So just nice and simple to start with, we're going to go with some neck stretches. So if you're just sitting up nice and tall, all you do is incline your head to the side, and then take your arm and place it on top. Now I'm not pushing down with my arm, I'm just holding it here. So just that extra weight there, we should start to feel this stretch across here. Now if I move a little bit further back so you can see, if I have my hand on my lap, I'm still putting a bit of tension here. So if I just let my arm relax down, then you should just start to feel a little bit more of that stretch. It goes up the side, and if you can hold it there for about 30 seconds, just breathing into your stretch. So this one's just nice long breaths to help you relax. Then drop your arm down, come back to the center, and then we'll go the other way. So if you drop to the side, now taking your other hand and then place it on top. Remember, not pushing, but just leaving it there, and you'll feel that stretch. Make sure your hand's not on your lap. If you relax down, you'll get that bit of a better stretch. So it works up into the side of your neck and also down into your shoulders. Go super gentle, particularly if you are feeling that this is an area where you hold a lot of stress and tension. You just relax into it. So then you can bring your arm down, come back into the centre, another neck stretch for you. So keeping nice and upright, and then we're going to look diagonally to the side. Then if you drop your head down, and same thing, we're going to place our hand on top, just so I'm just holding onto the back of my head. I'm not pushing, but it's just relaxing down, just to feel that extra bit of a stretch. So this is going down your neck and more in towards your shoulder blades. So just breathing through into that stretch. Again, you can hold these for about 30 seconds. I might not hold them as long here today, but these are stretches that you can come back to and use as many times as you want. So then same, you go on the other side, look diagonally to the side, then drop your head down, hand on top, not pushing, it's just there for that extra bit of weight. I actually haven't done these this morning, and I actually really like to do them first thing, particularly before I go and sit at my desk. Okay, so that's your stretches number one. Your neck stretches are so important, and if you ever feel that tension, that's something you can do watching the telly. So if you've had a super stressful day, it's something that you can do right at the end of the evening. All fine, and you should hopefully feel better after that. Stretch number two, so I'm going to stay where I am. We're going to go for a side bend to a side twist. So this is where the breathing comes in as well. So we breathe in as we prepare. As we breathe out, we're just going to stretch over to the side. So you come back up as you breathe in, breathe out as you go the other way. So can you see we're using our exhale as we stretch, so we breathe in the centre, we breathe out as we move down. Don't worry if you don't get the breathing straight away, it can take a little bit of time to get into it. Now if you want to, a little level 2 on this one, if we exhale lower to the side, and then you can look to your bottom hand and get a nice twist there as well. Oh yeah, clunked. Come back up as you breathe in. Breathe out to go the other way, so to the side, and then look to your hand. So really nice, we're getting this little spinal movement, so bending in our sides, and then we're getting that spinal rotation as well. And just go really gentle with it, particularly if you're not warm. This is one you can do, but you just have to go really slowly, and we always think about working to a point of where we can feel it, and we can feel that it's working, but we never push it to a point where it's discomfort. Discomfort is not the one. Okie dokie, so that's your number 2. Number 3, I'm going to try and leave my camera where it is. Just give me a sec. Chalk circles, this is going to change your life, I promise. So if you just have a little cushion or something there, and then you lie on your side, have your knees in towards your chest, and then one hand on top of the other. So imagine you've got a piece of chalk in your top hand, and you draw this circle around your body. So you go up and over your head, then you go round to the back. So I'm taking my body around with me, and if I can, I'm going to watch my hand as I go round. Keep drawing around so you go down towards your knees, and then you join your hands back up together again. So this is possibly my favouriteest stretch in the whole world. This is a really good one to do in bed. So when you first get up in the morning, just start with a few chalk circles. I do 4 on each side. I'm only going to show you this one side, but particularly if you've got a nice big bed and you're on your own, or you've kicked your partner out. My partner always gets up before me, so I can just lie in bed and do my chalk circles, and it's nice and warm. Yeah, they're lovely. So 4 on each side. It opens out your chest. And moving your head around as well is going to help you open that out. You're twisting in your spine, and it just helps the movement in your shoulder blades. So really, really good one. If you find that was uncomfortable, open the book. So you're opening up outwards this way and back again. Sometimes people find over their heads just a bit too much. So there's actually 2 options there. Oh, cat stretch. Next one, stretch number 4. We're going to go for our cat stretch. So on all fours, tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You take a deep breath in. Then as you breathe out, drop your head, push your hips forwards, and you just lift your back up towards the ceiling. So come back to your straight line as you breathe in. Breathe out, drop your head, push your hips forwards and hold. Now I'll show you what they do. It's called cat-cow in yoga, and what they will do is they will drop and stretch and go back the other way. And that's if you want to do that, and if you want to go for that full range of movement, you can. However, I stick with the Pilates method, and we come back to our strong posture. Particularly for me, as I arch my back anyway, I find that this is much better practice. And also with this one, as you lift up, if you think about pulling your shoulder blades apart, oh yeah, that's really, really good for your upper body. And you can kind of do as many of those as you want. With most of these stretches, you just kind of go to where you can feel you're getting that stretch, which is really nice. So final stretch as well. I'm going to go for a roll down. Let me just see if I stand up, how far back I have to move. Pretty far. Okay, I'm going to move my little thing. Excuse me, sorry, it's going to be a bit wobbly for a sec. She's there. Okay, so roll down. I'm going to show you this way. Taking a deep breath in. As you breathe out, drop your chin to your chest, and then you just let your body relax forward. So going really, really gentle with it, taking your time. But this is the mother of all stretches. I absolutely love this one. Really good for working all the way through your back. Think about releasing tension as you roll down. Then you take a deep breath in at the top, at the bottom, sorry, and then as you breathe out, gently roll back up. So think about rebuilding your spine from the bottom up. So you find the positioning in your hips, and then we go one vertebra at a time. You rebuild and stack. So you roll your shoulders round, and your head should be the last thing to come up. And you can do roll downs as many times as you want. I'm going to show you a little variation. So we breathe in to prepare. Breathe out as you roll down. If you can't roll down on one exhale, then that's fine. Take a little bit of time. And I actually find that if I roll down slower, I get a better stretch. Just giving your body time to react into that stretch. What we do in our class, we just have a little balance test at the bottom there. So you try rising up onto your toes without having your hands touch the floor. Breathe in at the bottom, breathe out, roll yourself back up. Generally speaking, if you do four or five roll downs, you should start to feel a bit more comfortable again. But that's a really good way to kind of assess, have a bit of it. I always think it's like a real test, little kind of MOT for your back to make sure that it's all okay, all working, and just kind of getting it as comfortable as you possibly can. I do appreciate that I was just talking to you while you had a view of my chest. Nice one. So those are your 5 stretches that I wanted to show you today. So just a little recap. You've got your neck stretches, you've got your side bend to side twist, you've got your chalk circles, you've got your cat stretch, and you've got your roll down. These are all going to help all that movement, literally from the top of your neck all the way down to the base of your back. So if those are any areas that you have tension, work through those. General tips: take them slowly first. Never, ever, ever go to a point where they're uncomfortable. You can kind of go to that point where you can feel the stretch. Feeling the stretch is fine, but please don't go to somewhere where it's uncomfortable. Give yourself time to do it. Don't rush. As I said, some of these I like to do first thing in the morning, so I can just make sure that my body is easing out, and that's okay to do. If you're particularly cold, I probably wouldn't do them, or I'd just give myself a little bit more time to warm up first. Doing it at the end of a workout, perfect, really, really great thing to do. But also, how many of those could you do sat at your desk at work? And actually, I probably wouldn't even sit down to do them. I'd get up and actively go and sit on the floor for some of them, or of course you'll roll down that's standing. So any time throughout your day that you feel that you're getting uncomfortable, or you're just feeling that stress start to work in, don't just sit with it. Make sure that you do something about it. It's so good for stress relief. Also, just having a little bit of time that's implemented into your day that's working to you. The benefits are only going to roll in. So we're so busy, just make sure you are looking after yourself. As I said, these are all stretches that we incorporate into our Pilates session, and there's a whole library of stretches that you can do. There's absolutely loads. And this is something I've had quite a few times. It almost makes me a little bit teary that I've had some people say, I thought I actually had to live with that backache. I thought that was something that just my body has now, and that's what I have to live with. And then now that they've done these stretches and they've implemented their whole Pilates program, they don't have that anymore. And it's, oh gosh, it just is amazing. Don't live with it. There is answers that you can take, those stretches that you can do that are going to make it better for you. And that's just the biggest impact you can have on day-to-day life. I always think this, that Pilates is the answer. It's the MOT for your body. It keeps you active. It keeps you doing everything that you need to do. It's so gentle. And it's just really nice. So it's for your well-being and just a bit of stress stress relief time for you. It's the answer in every single angle. So this is why we have quite a big Pilates focus in K-Fit. We have, I think, 6 local classes, and we actually have more coming. I'm really excited. I'm going to give you more details on that within the next month to 6 weeks, which is so exciting. I cannot tell you. So just watch this space. It's coming. There's going to be more on the way. And also, if you're not local to us or just getting to a class is just not possible, we have Pilates in the K-Fit Club. Now this, I feel like, is the biggest golden gem ever. You have Pilates that you can just get access to straight away. So if you tried those first 5 stretches and you feel better, I cannot recommend joining our club enough. So we have workouts straight away that you can jump into of all Pilates, loads of other styles as well, but just purely even focusing on your Pilates. This is the one-stop place to be, to make sure that you are giving yourself your time to stretch and for more comfort. And the best part is that your first month is free, so you can just have a little go, sign up, and if you actually feel that you're not using the full benefit, that's fine. Absolutely fine with me. I take great pride in what I do, but if it's not going to work for you, then that's absolutely fine as well. Of course, you have to find what works for you. It totally works for me, and there's so many other benefits in the club that I could talk about for about a day, so I'm not going to. If you just focus on the fact that you need more time to stretch, then the club is where you should be. So I hope that's been useful for you. I will pop the information in the comments, so I'm going to give you some information on the breathing. I'll pop you the YouTube video, which you can just go and have a look at. I'll give you the link to the club as well, so if you are thinking about coming and joining us, as I said, your first month is free. I'll also put the link in there to the K-Fit fam, so if you just want more tips, you want a little bit more support, more motivation in your fitness and in your nutrition, then just come and jump into that as well. That's completely free, so just come and join us. If you thought that was really useful, I would love it if you just send me a little thumbs up and let me know. And if there was anything in particular you felt that those stretches helped with, any of those particular stretches, and then let me know. But also, if there's anywhere you feel we didn't quite cover and you'd actually like a bit more information on how to stretch a particular area of tension or stress for you, then do let me know, and I'm very happy to direct that in my next video. So please do let me know. Ask me, tell me what you want, and I will sort that out for you. So as I said, this is something that everyone can benefit from. If you do have the chance to, which you will do by the way, because I know there's a little share button there, please hit that share button. Let other people know what's out there, what stretches you can do. Don't let people live with backache. Please, if you have backache yourself, give yourself 5 minutes a day to implement those stretches. They're so important, so key to what you do in your general day-to-day life. And it's just something that we can't avoid sometimes. If we're driving, if we're carrying bags, carrying children, working hard, you need to get those stretches in. So please do them. So thank you very much for joining me. Any questions that you have, please put them in the comments. I'll be back with another live soon. On that note as well, my apologies that this live is a few days late. I just didn't have internet connection. Technology just bewilders me, don't get it, but I just didn't have it. So thank you so much for your patience in me sending this one out. Yeah, have a good one. I will be back very soon with more information for you. But yeah, enjoy those stretches for now. Make sure you give yourself your time to do them, and you're giving yourself not only the time to stretch and relieve that stress, you're giving yourself headspace, and you're putting yourself first, which is the most important thing. So thanks very much guys, and I will see you again soon for another live. Lots of love. Bye. Oh, there's me face.